you doing?
You have to whisper.
You have to whisper because it's really early in the morning. And we're at this really cool old school hotel from like the heyday of Western movie stuff. All the places here are named after like old school actors like Ronald Reagan and Omar Sharif.
That's where we stayed.
Yeah, we stayed in the Omar Sharif room.
I think it's called the Perry Lodge.
Yeah,
Perry Lodge. The
Perry Lodge in Knab, Utah. Great breakfast. Yeah, really nice.
A lot of food.
Yeah, well, I can see it's an old motel kind of idea. You just drive right up to your room.
And there was quite the storm last night.
Oh yeah.
We lost power, so.
Yeah, but we can successfully say, because we weren't, it was too dark when we got here to say it when we crossed into Utah, but welcome to Utah. We're going up to the Bonneville Salt Flats and among other things, going to see some other stuff. Yeah, but now we have to go to the map. All right. So we left yesterday from Tucson, and our hotel was on the south side of Tucson, so we went up and we went through here, went up through Saguaro National Park. We got to about there and we couldn't go any farther because the road was blocked, probably from all the rain. So then we had to backtrack, come back up and take this road, came all the way back over to here and made it over to Biosphere. Yeah, Biosphere 2, yes. And then we got back on the road. We went all the way up through here, some very back road-esque type running. Still paved, mind you. And then we went all the way up in this direction. And we went through an area we didn't know was even going to be there. And it was called the Salt River Canyon. And that was really, really impressive.
Very cool.
Very impressive. Then all the way up through here to Holbrook. And then we hang a left. And this is in Holbrook. You get to Route 66. And you see the world's largest petrified tree. Got to see Tow Mater's grandpa. The Wigwam Hotel. Went to Winslow, Arizona. So we stood on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. Drove back along here to Meteor Crater National Monument. Over to Flagstaff. Then all the way up 89 to Page, Arizona. And then we crossed over into Utah. It was a big lightning storm and everything like that. This is a phenomenal drive, by the way. And all the way over to Knab.
Which is where we're at right now.
And that's where we spent the night. And here's the map on whole.
We were actually started way
over here, right off this map over there. So today, we're headed from Knab. We're going to head up to Cedar Breaks National Monument. We're getting on the highway, go up to Salt Lake City. Then we're going to cut across and we're going to go to the Bonneville Speedway, just touch into Nevada, and then we're ending up in Twin Falls, Idaho today. Come hitch a ride with us.
Near Bryan Head, Utah, close to a skiing village, lies Sunset View Overlook. The Civilian Conservation Corps camp was located near this overlook during the 1930s, when they constructed many of the visitor facilities and amenities in the park today.
Here we are at Cedar Breaks National Monument. It's very, very Bryce Canyon-esque.
Very pretty.
Very, very pretty, though. I mean, look at this. This is impressive.
Yeah.
It's Sunset Point right now, is where we're at. And the hike could not be smaller. It is literally,
20 steps from the car?
Let's see. Well, we'll turn around. There's the car. That's it. There's the car. And yeah, we're all like 50 feet from the car.
And right now it's, I think, 9 o'clock in the morning. So even though this is called Sunset Point, it's a very nice place to come even during the morning.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the sun, it gives you really great lighting from behind.
Yeah.
I mean, at sunset, you can imagine that just right off that direction. There's the sun setting. Oh yeah, that'd be really nice. I'm sure the colors in here change hourly.
And also, I didn't capture it on video because we totally didn't see it coming. On one side of the road that we were taking were probably hundreds
Oh
of
yeah,
sheep.
hundreds.
Hundreds of sheep, and on the other side of the road there was a sheep wrangler, or like I guess sheep wrangler, and his
A sheep herder. Literally a sheep herder.
and his border collie, and then his trusty horse was just off to the side. I don't know if they were counting or what they were doing, but that was really cool. I've never actually seen that before.
Yeah,
so
just guy just
really
making sure the sheep weren't coming onto the road. But there was hundreds of sheep.
It almost blended with the topography and the landscape, because the color that the sheep were, and then the color of the land it just looked like
Almost
they were
identical.
part of it.
Yeah, they're very camouflaged.
All of a sudden our speeds went right down.
There is Cedar Breaks National Monument. But yeah, unlike the like Bryce Canyon, there's practically nobody here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, pro tip: you're out on the road and you're going to a national park. Great, love national parks are amazing. They're national parks for a reason, but somebody had to petition them, and it takes time. Mm-hmm. So national monuments are just signed off by the president, and they can become a national monument, swoop of a pen. All right, now it's off that direction.
Just mere minutes down the road, we also stumbled across Chessman Ridge Overlook. This overlook is centrally located on the rim overlooking the Cedar Breaks Amphitheater. It is the highest elevation overlook in the park at 10,461 feet and offers stunning views of the ridge and surrounding formations. Made it to the Salt Flats, guys. Look behind me. It is pretty cool.
It is hot.
It's hot. It's 38 degrees, 38.5 degrees Celsius, so it's pretty warm. See how long my camera will last before it shuts off on me.
It's flat. It's very
salty.
Very flat. And it's salty. Imagine that, the Bonneville Salt Flats. Shockingly, I thought there'd be mountains.
There are
Actually way out there. I would not want to, have to walk there for water or something like that.
It seems close, but it's very far away.
It would be a bad day.
Yes.
Very bad.
And like I was saying earlier, it's 38 degrees or 38.5 degrees Celsius here, so it's like over 100 Fahrenheit anyway.
Yeah, there's a nice little breeze.
There's a breeze
coming off the Salt Flats. So
I will admit, I have not complained once, but you've been like, whoo, hooing.
Yeah.
This is the car. Whoo. And I'm like, the breeze is nice.
But there's no humidity. It's a dry heat.
The humidity kills me. So I'll take this any day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm glad we were able to make it. We weren't sure because we were like, there's got to be a way to pull over on the side of the road.
Yeah, this is just a rest stop on the side of the road.
We've been doing nothing but chasing storms away from us, like driving away from storms for the last few days. So it's quite nice and lovely.
I've seen a lot of tracks where people have definitely have to be have been towed out. Whew. But yeah, not something you see every day. Well, this is why you do road trips, right?
Even if they're just brief, you guys. Pulling over to check things out is always fun. We have a cooler. I haven't told you guys this. We actually have a cooler in the back of our car that we plug into the car. And we have consistently, this whole trip, we're on day 15 now.
I think so, 15,
We always have bottles of water in there, and it's so nice to go back to the car after being very warm to grab yourself a nice cold bottle of water. It's awesome.
Get some water.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Staying hydrated. I'm surprised. Normally I get headaches with heat. But because we've stayed hydrated, I've been able to avoid those. So that's always good. So.
Yeah, that's the Salt Flats.
Pretty cool.
Probably a cool place if you got a STOL aircraft or anything like that. Hell, you probably even got a little Cessna. You can land out here, no problem.
I would love to come out here. I don't know whether it's the spring or the fall where there's rain, and I've seen beautiful photos that people take, and it looks like you're walking on water because there's just a tiny little sliver of water across the Salt Flats.
Oh yeah,
and you're walking on it, and it looks like you're walking on water.
Yeah, it's like an inch deep out here in the in like whenever the monsoon season, the rainy season comes in here.
We're back in the car, and it's cooled down, and we passed a sign that says, "Welcome to Nevada."
We're only in Nevada for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Are we in a different time zone now?
Technically speaking, yes, we are in Mountain Standard Time now. So we
It's all like messing with my brain. Normally, if you just go straight across, it's fairly easy, right? But when we're kind of dipping around and kind of going up and around, we're kind of deking in and out of different time zones. I love Nevada, but Utah has my heart. So
yeah, Utah is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
There's so much to see there, and the topography and geography there is so varied, but also very similar. Like central Utah is incredible. The valleys, like the canyons.
you're up and down, you're all around.
Oh yeah, and the
Colors.
the colors, the sandstone.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. At one point in the far distant past, apparently most of Utah was the world's largest desert. So now it's all compressed sandstone. So you get the oranges, the reds, the whites, the yellows.
It's gorgeous.
Amazing.
And we weren't even there during the time of day or evening that it's the most prevalent with the colors, but it was still so gorgeous. Highly encourage you if you're not into flying. Like, we have a car that's a diesel vehicle, so it does save us money on fuel, even though diesel costs more. We go further in a diesel vehicle.
Yeah, on these highways, I can get like 1,300 kilometers to a tank.
Which is a lot. I don't know what that is in miles.
800 miles.
It's pretty good. I guess for me in Utah, it's kind of what Nelson said too. It's almost a 4 seasons, and you can do stuff in all 4 seasons.
Oh, in Utah, absolutely.
And it varies from like the same ski hill that you ski down on. They use that same ski hill, like from where I'm from originally too, to go up and mountain bike back down. The first time I've gotten really, really excited about getting close to home because I'm seeing mountains now.
Yeah, she's getting all giddy.
Yeah, I love the mountains. I'm a mountain girl over the ocean any day. Then we've been kind of keeping tabs on our stuff, all our belongings from our condo in Halifax. We put one of those Apple AirTags into one of the boxes so we can sort of follow where we're at, because the truck driver didn't want to give the guy whose team was loading our stuff his information. Like, he tried so many times to get a hold of him. Anyway, long story short is we know that it's in Kelowna, which is not very far, but this morning it did move going through Merritt. So if you're familiar with British Columbia, it does look like they're heading towards the lower mainland area. But then, of course, we still have to take a ferry to get over to Vancouver Island. So that's probably a whole other day. That being said, bye for now in Nevada. We will be dipping back into Utah. And then, no?
Nope.
Okay.
So we're going straight to Idaho.
We're straight up to Idaho. Going up. Hey guys, we're going to do one last little thing before we finish the evening.
Before we knock it on the head.
And that is welcome you to Idaho, where we finish this little vlog for the day. Just wanted to let you know we made it into our next state. So lots more driving to do tomorrow. We're going to go from Twin Falls, Idaho to a small little tiny town. We don't remember the name of it.
It's just a tiny, tiny town in Washington. But the idea is to go to the Hanford Nuclear Research Facility, which is where they created the first, or not the first, but all the fissionable material for the Manhattan Project.
So
it had to be in the middle of nowhere.
So let's hope it's open. It will be a Monday. Hopefully, if it's open, we'll definitely stop in there. So.
Yeah, it's a national park.
Yeah, well, it should be open then. With that being said, you guys, have a fantastic time. We'll see you the next time. Thanks for hitching a ride with us. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so here we are on day 16 of the epic cross-continent trip from Nova Scotia to Victoria. And, of course, it's the first thing in the morning, so what do? Map time. From here yesterday in Knab, and we drove up here, and we went into Cedar Breaks National Monument. Highly, highly recommend. Almost 11,000 feet above sea level. Then we went up, and we got on the interstate, and we went all the way up to Salt Lake City. Then we had to go around Salt Lake City, and then we came out past the Great Salt Lake, and then we went off to the Bonneville Salt Flats and the Speedway.
That was very cool.
So right there, which is, oh yeah, very warm, very
hot.
Then we crossed over into Nevada, and we took this interstate.
Casinos.
Yeah. As soon as you get into Nevada, from any point of entry, you see casinos.
Yeah.
And we went up north to Twin Falls, and that's where we're at right now.
We just have one more night in America.
Yeah, one more night in the States, and we are going up, taking the
84?
I-84. Basically getting all the way to a little town.
Can't really see it on this map, but it's really small.
But it's a really tiny town right up over here, close to Grand Coulee.
Devil's Washbowl is located on the Malad Gorge unit of 1000 Springs State Park. As the name implies, 1000 Springs State Park is actually home to over 1,000 naturally occurring springs, many of which produce waterfalls that appear to be oozing out of the canyon walls. This state park contains a 250-foot deep canyon, which the turquoise-colored Malard River runs through. Well, maybe not in the dry season like when we went.
So here we are at Malad Falls State Park on the Snake River.
Just off the highway.
Literally, look at
You can hear it.
there is the highway. So it's not exactly quiet, but I'm expecting it to be pretty cool because it's a state park. And everyone always goes to the national parks, but they always forget the state parks. State parks have some really cool stuff. So let's check it out. It's a cool bridge. Oh, wow. That's deep. Woo, that's a gorge. Yeah, this is the middle of the summer. Woo! You can imagine what this would be like in the fall when it's rainy season. Pretty cool. Literally right off the highway. Nice break for stretching the legs.
Only after 20 minutes
After 20 minutes of driving, yeah, it's not very far.
Not far.
Well, you wouldn't want to drop anything.
So we've been driving a bit. We made a couple little stops. I think it's safe to say, welcome to Oregon. We just crossed the line to Oregon. So yeah, we're into Oregon. We're not in it very long.
No, I don't think
Couple
so.
hours.
Yeah. We are going to the Oregon Trail.
Yes. So we're gonna go check out the Oregon Trail, and judging from our GPS, just over an hour away at this point. So we're only gonna be into Oregon for a little while. We're going to be changing from Mountain Time again to Pacific Standard Time at some point. We've literally gone back and forth for the last couple days.
I'm not sure if we're in Mountain or Pacific Time right now.
Yeah, in Oregon, I don't know
Oregon's
either.
there's a piece of Oregon on the west side or the east side of Oregon that's still in Mountain Time. So.
Yeah. So we'll probably check it out on our stop. Our phones will tell us and things like that. So but we've gone back and forth between Mountain Time, Pacific Time, Mountain Time, and today we'll be at Pacific Time at some point again. And that was where it's going to stay, because from here on out we will be in Pacific Time, and unless we go on vacation,
yes,
we will be in Pacific Time. So anyway, just so I let you guys know that we've made it into Oregon, and we are going to go check out the Oregon Trail. And yeah, all right.
All our crazy adventures on this 18-day, not 17-day.
Yes, we made the mistake of saying 17. Yeah.
Yes, it's 18 days.
Because we're like, what day are we on? And I said, and I'm like, well, we still have one extra day to go. Like, so it will be a full 18 days until we get to Victoria, British Columbia. That is not where we will live, but that's where we will stay until our stuff is ready for us to move into in our home up island into a small town.
Up island.
Yeah, up island. It's about 45 minutes drive out of Victoria. So I'll touch base with you guys when we make it to the Oregon Trail. Or Oregon Trail. I don't know how you say it. Tomato.
The Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail. All right, see you in a bit.
Oh, little sad here. We are at the Oregon Trail Interpretive Centre. Unfortunately, it's closed. Not sure why. As we were driving up here, I was commenting saying, ooh, looks like they could use some siding on the top of that thing. We get here and the road is closed. Can't get there.
The booth is closed. That was our first indicator.
Yeah.
But we were like, oh, maybe they just aren't busy enough to have the gate open.
It's not on the beaten path. Let's put it that way.
But we came about, I don't know, 50 meters or not very long up the road, and it's completely blocked off. And the sign in front of us, which we'll show you in a moment, has black tape, like hockey tape, crossing out all dates and times in which that would normally be open.
We got the Interpretive Trail, or the Oregon Trail Interpretive Centre. Yeah.
Big black hockey tape.
Blacked out.
So, and like the map is cool.
Yeah, there we are, right there.
And we wanted to go all the way up to the top.
Well, they're right there, right, the little black spot there, and we were right here by the star.
Right.
But yeah, because we were just driving along here. Went, ooh, look, we can go here. Apparently, we cannot.
We are sad.
Sad.
There's not a lot to see today because there's a lot of driving, so this was going to be a nice little break for the day. But I would hesitate to say that they might actually be closed for good.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have to update that in the road trippers because, well, here's the hill. We've got a really nice gate there too, actually. But yeah, it says road closed. I don't know if you can see it all the way up there.
Yeah.
And all the way up there is where the interpretive center is. Oh well, that's a bust.
Yeah.
And well, maybe we'll get to see something at the Hanford site.
The weather right now, it's like 32, 33 degrees Celsius right now. The sun is overcast. It's overcast. It's lovely. I love it.
But there's no humidity.
No humidity. Woo.
All right, well, now it's back into the car.
You guys in the US have the best snacks. I have a mint dark chocolate Kit Kat. Yum. What do you have? What is it? I can't read it.
It is
Strawberry and dark chocolate.
strawberry and dark chocolate Kit Kat.
You guys kill me. I love it.
You got all the cool snack food.
You really do. So I might have to stay here a little bit and get a couple little things. Hey guys, so I know there's been a lot of driving content today, but we want to let you know that welcome to Washington State. So yes, we made it into Washington State, which is the last state before we cross the border into Canada and go into a part of British Columbia where I grew up. So I'm super excited. We're so close. We've got about an hour, just over an hour before our next destination. Let's hope it's open.
Yeah.
And what is it again?
It is the Hanford Nuclear Fissionable Material spot from the Manhattan Project.
And then I think after that, once we finish there, it's about an hour's drive.
Thereabouts, yeah.
Thereabouts to the hotel. So, so far it's looking like we might get into our hotel around 5:30, something like that. So, which is nice because we actually gained an hour. We're now at Pacific Standard Time, and so we've also gained an hour. So that's kind of nice too. So anyway, we'll catch up with you guys in a few minutes. We just want to let you know that we are into the final state in the United States before we cross that border.
Okay, well, sad face again.
Bus number 2 today.
Yeah. So, if you look behind me, you will see the contact information for the Manhattan Project National Historic Park. And it's a really cool place. Excuse me while I just go under the barbed wire. And this is what it is. So we are right here. And the Manhattan Project Historic Park is right there. And no public access up here. And no trespassing down here. The Hanford Observatory, right there. Also, no public access. Hanford Dunes. So it's a National Historic Park, kind of in name only. I was looking at the website, and they do take you on tours, but they are very, very much guided tours.
4 hours long, the tour, so we didn't have time for that. We thought we'd just walk around and...
Yeah, you know, at least see something like, I don't know, some sort of museum or something you could walk into and check it out. But apparently there is not anything like that. If you get here, you drive in, you go to the rest area on the side of the road, and then there is actually a rest area here, theoretically. There's a pull-off, basically. And you will come to this area where it says, no drones, no trespassing, here's the road, but you're not allowed to go there, keep out. So, the road that the GPS is telling us to take is right here. No trespassing by the order of the United States Department of Energy. There we go. There's the Hanford nuclear site. You actually see it way over there. Right there. See if I can you see it? Right over there on the horizon. Then there's some other buildings right about there. Yeah. But that's it. That's as close as you can get without going on a guided tour. At least it's not really cold out or raining out. It's 38 degrees Celsius, so that's kind of nice. It's even the wind's warm. It's like a hairdryer. But yeah, that's the Hanford Nuclear Facility. If you ever go there and see some cool stuff, I'd probably like to see your video because it sounds like it'll be a cool historical thing. We're gonna get back in the car and we're gonna drive more and go to the hotel. Until next time, come hitch a ride with us.
On our last video of our epic 18-day journey, Nelson, Monty, and I drive through the beautiful state of Washington into Canada. We arrived through the Osceola border crossing. We make our way 15 minutes north into my hometown of Oliver, British Columbia. On our final day, we drive over 400 kilometers through the arid mountains of the Okanagan Valley, making it to our last hurdle of a BC ferry. If you know, you know. Making it to the British Columbia Parliament buildings. So come hitch a ride for our final day of our epic journey.